The man who ran across a World Cup pitch in Qatar, holding a pride flag and wearing a t-shirt on which was written, "Save Ukraine and Respect Iranian Women," has been identified as Mario Ferri Falco. The Italian is not shy when it comes to jumping the barriers and storming a football pitch, having already ticked off quite a few down the years, though his latest stunt in the Gulf state may be his bravest inside a football stadium. Mario Ferri Falco has been identified as the man who ran across a World Cup field in Qatar while carrying a pride flag and sporting a t-shirt that read "Save Ukraine and Respect Iranian Women." The Italian has performed quite a few barrier jumping and pitch storming stunts over the years, but his most recent one in the Gulf state may rank as his bravest inside a football stadium. Football player and activist Ferri, 35, is known as Il Falco or the Falcon. Ferri has reportedly been a professional football player for more than 9 years. He most recently had a contract with the Indian team United Sports Club in the second division. Due to the coronavirus pandemic, the league was momentarily suspended in March 2022, and Ferri went back to his hometown of Pescara. Ferri's history of pitch invasions is illustrious. What other daredevilry has he committed? Ferri was back at it at the World Cup that summer in South Africa with a message for head coach Marcello Lippi, whose Italian team, without Cassano, had already been eliminated. "Lippi, I told you so." Ferri's messages began getting more political a few months later, in December 2010. With the slogan "Free Sakina," he ran onto the field during the Club World Cup Championship game between Inter Milan and Mazembe in Abu Dhabi. Sakina Mohammadi Ashtiani, an Iranian who had been sentenced to death by stoning and had spent 9 years on death row, was eventually freed in 2014. He interrupted a match between Belgium and the USA during the group stage of the 2014 World Cup in Brazil with the appeal, "Save Favela's Children." All heroic deeds, but none more so than his journey to Poland earlier this year from Pescara to aid Ukrainians. Ferri rented a car to assist refugees in getting between Lviv and Poland just a few weeks after Russian tanks first crossed the Ukrainian border. He claims that 60 people were saved on Instagram. One of Ferri's many tattoos is the Ukrainian trident, which is the country of Ukraine's gold coat of arms. Mario Ferri, an Italian football player and activist, was the person who rushed out to the field during the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022. He assisted in the evacuation of Ukrainian women and children at the Polish border in March 2022. Ferri's message was publicly supported by Portugal and Wolves midfielder Ruben Neves, who also expressed his desire for the World Cup officials in Qatar to be forgiving of him. After Portugal's victory over Uruguay, the game that Ferri invaded, reporters were informed by him that "We are all with them," and the message on his shirt as well. "Since we understand the boy's message and, in my opinion, everyone else does as well, we fervently hope for his safety. We are aware of the events surrounding this World Cup. It is a typical occurrence that can take place.